So, the key. How's this view? Is this okay? It's kind of hard to see. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Anyway, scale. I got to scale it up by 60 because this drawing is huge. So I'm going to click right there with my scale tool and type 60. It's going to be very large. Top green line should be 630 by the time we're done there. Okay. And I'm going to just draw it out here in space. Okay, in order to get this ellipse, I'm going to start by making a box. So if the width of my ellipse is 100, I'm going to make a box that's 200. And then my height of my ellipse is 140. So I'm going to type 140, and then back over 200, and then back down 140. So my ellipse needs to fit inside of this rectangle, okay? I'm going to draw an X in the middle, and then right underneath the rectangle tool, so here's rectangle, right underneath that is the ellipse tool. I think it says it if I hover over it. Yeah, ellipse. And you're going to go to center. And how it works is you click the center just like you would a circle, and then you tell it the width. So you could type in 100 here, but since I drew a box, I'm just going to move my mouse to the right and click there. And then you tell it the height. I could type in 70 here, or I could just move my mouse up to the top and click there. So it's 3 points. The center, the width, and then the height. Okay? Then I can erase that box. Then there is a circle that has a diameter of 70, and it happens 45 from the bottom quadrant of this ellipse. But the thing is, oh, it does have quadrants. I didn't think ellipses had quadrants. I thought it was just circles. So you should be able to just draw a line from here up, 45, and then make your circle with a diameter of 70. And that's the ellipse in the circle. Okay, so from there, moving up for the key here, I've got a dimension that says 300. That's talking about the middlemost line. So basically what you want to do is come from the top quadrant of the ellipse and come up 300 units. And then the overall width of the key right here is 40. So these offsets are 10. Like the distance from here to here, it says 10, 10, and then this one's 20. Because if you take 40, subtract 10 again, you're left over with 20. So what I would do from this point is just type offset and set it to 10, and offset 2 lines to the left and 2 lines to the right, and then erase that one. Okay, so that you've got these 2 spaces and then the larger space right there. Now, since I drew this line up and then I offset it over, these are not going to touch at the bottom. I want to use the extend tool in order to extend them. So it works just like trim. So trim is TR, enter, enter. If you do EX, enter, enter, it extends. You just click on a line and it'll extend it to the next point. And I need to do the same over here. EX, enter, enter. Click on the line and it just extends it so that it touches there. Because if it doesn't touch there, when I go to hatch it, it'll hatch both sides. But I'm not on the hatch part yet, but I'm just trying to think ahead a little bit. Here's a little example, actually. Let's draw a bunch of lines like this. And let's say I have this line. If I type EX, enter, enter, basically, actually, I'm going to draw a line in the middle, like here. Okay, EX, enter, enter. If I wanted to extend this line, depending on where I put my mouse on the line, that's where it extends. So if I'm on the left side of the line, it's going to extend to the left, like so. And I just keep clicking and it'll keep extending until it hits something. But if I put my mouse to the right of the line, it extends to the right, just so you know how extend works. And also, while you're in extend, you can hold shift to activate trim. So you can be in trim and extend kind of at the same time. You just hold shift in order to start trimming and let go of shift to start extending, because they kind of work together, trim and extend. Anyway, draw a line at the top. That's going to be the top of my key. That eventually gets filleted, but I'm not going to fillet it yet because I need this corner in order to start all these dimension things down here. So this is a little tricky. Let me zoom in here. Oh, can I pan up? There we go. Okay, so from this corner, I need to go down 20, and then to the right, 20 plus 50. Let's draw in red. So from the corner, I'm going down 20, and then I'm going over 50 plus 20, which is 70. That gets me out to here. And then I can go down 10 based on this dimension. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and erase that red line there. All right. How far does this come in is the question. Someone tell me, please. How long is my next line coming in? No one? 50. It's dimensioned right there. You got the arrow right there. Length of the line is 50. 50. Then I'm coming down 20 because I've got 30 minus 10 for this dimension. So that's 20. Okay, how far do I need to come out? It's a simple 30. And I'm coming down 50 minus 30, which is 20. Now I'm here. I'm going to come back over 30. Then I'm going to come down. Here's a tricky one. 66 minus 50 is 16. And then I'm going to come out. What do we got? No? 32 is the good dimension that we want to use, but we're already 20 away. So 32 minus 20 equals 12. Okay, then I'm going to come down 78 minus 66, which is also 12. And then where am I at? Come back 12, right? So that little notch right there is 12, 12, 12. And then I'm going to come down 96 minus 78. Use our little calculator. 18. And then come out. This should be 54 total, but I'm already 20 across. So 54 minus 20 is 34. And then go down. Can't see the dimension there. 108 minus 96 would be 12 again. And then back into the key there. So those dimensions are kind of tricky. You have to do a little bit of adding and subtracting here and there, but I think we made it through okay. Change the color of that. And now since I've got that corner and I've got this key thing, I can go ahead and add this fillet. It has a radius of 10. So I'll use the fillet tool here, set the radius to 10, click edge to edge, and then I've got that. Use the hatch tool to hatch this in. Whichever color you want. I'll use white to try and make it match. And then the rest is just dimensions. So let's real quick center this up by drawing a line from corner to corner. I'll go ahead and make an X for fun. So Asia showed me this the other day, so I might as well explain it since she's figured it out. Instead of having to draw lines, like to find the corner, right, like that, in order to center it, you can just start the line tool, hover your mouse over that for a second, and then it makes a green line coming up. Hover your mouse over this for a second, and then go left. It should basically like make those two lines without actually making them. As long as those two green things pop up, you can click there. That's going to be the top left of the object. Then you can find the bottom, hover for a second, and then the right, hover for a second, and come all the way down to there. So it's basically like I created that box for centering without having to create it. Use the move tool, find the midpoint of the red line, which is here somewhere, and center it into there. It should fit nice as long as you scaled it up by 60. Name, date, period, all that stuff just like usual. Add the dimensions. There's nothing crazy on the dimensions. It's all linear dimensions except this one. Okay, and that's the final product.